Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all. So, previously we have learned how to use while and else. And I have given you an exercise where you have to write a program to detect whether the number is prime with the help of while and else. Okay, so let us see how we can do it. Then we are going to learn how to use a for else. It is a similar concept as we have seen in the case of while. Okay, so let's write a program. Let's say we have a number that is to be tested whether this number is prime or not. So let's have a 9. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And we are going to use a while loop or a simple variable I is equals to, let's say this time it's 2, and while I less than equals to n divided by 2. And if this number is divisible by I, let's say 0, and let's break this time, and let's have a variable of a flag is equals to, let's say, true, and change this value of flag to false. So if we have a factor, that means we will change the value of a flag and we will get a flag is equals to false, and that's how we can come to know that the number is not prime. And if the loop is successfully terminated or with the help of this condition, that means we do not found a factor. Okay, so we can easily say else print the number is prime, and for non-prime we have to check the value of a flag. If the flag is equals to, if not flag, let's say flag, then we can say print the number is not prime. Okay, it should be not like this. Okay, let's run this program and check it out whether this executes successfully or not. So for 9, since n is not defined, that means it's a number. So let's change the value variable name and see. Okay, still I'm not able to change it. Let's run this program again by changing the number. So I'm not getting any output. There is some problem, I think. Let's change the value to 7 and you can check it out. Okay, I haven't increased the value of I. Okay, and see, and these are the silly mistakes which I commit. So don't worry if you commit mistakes, it happens all the time. Let's run this program and we have flag, spelling of flag. See, I'm in hurry and I'm committing mistakes. The number is prime. You can check it out for 7. And if I say 9 and it still works, the number is not prime. Okay, let us have a debug session so that we can find out how it works. So for debug, let's have shift F9. So it will, let's run this program and let's have a little bit. That's perfectly fine. I think we are able to connect and you can check it out. We have debug connected and we have all the spacer variable, and there is no variable till now since it is in the first line. Let us hit F8 or this button, okay, so that we can execute the line. So you can see n is created with the value 9, I is equals to 2, and let's get inside. You can see its a condition is true since the I is less than half of the value, that is 4 this time, 4.5. So you can see the condition will be false. We increase it again, the condition is true, flag is changed, break statement is executed, and notice this point of execution will not go to the else, it will straight go to the if not flag. Okay, see, and then if we click on it, you can see the output we get is the number is not prime. Now let us have a prime number. Okay, this time I think it should be easy to have 7, so that easy to debug. Okay, now let us execute this piece of a code and check it out. So again, we do not have a variable right now. We have a variable n is equals to 7 for which we want to test this program, and I is equals to 2, condition false, I plus 1, and for I is equals to 3, that's 4. You can see 4 was it terminated the condition, and you can see straight away we move to the else part, and this piece of a code is going to execute and give you the number is prime, and now the condition is false, so we move out. Okay, so this is how my while else is working, and this is how we can create a program with the help of while and else for a prime number. Okay, so hope this is really easy. Now let us check it out, or let us see our next agenda point to learn about for else. That's also a very easy and similar to our previous program, right? So for I in range, let's say 1 to 5, I think this is pretty easy. We are going to simply print I, and let's have a else which says print int for end of for. That's perfectly fine. Okay, now let us execute this piece of our code, and you will see towards the right hand side we have the output. So enter the for after the completion of the loop. And what if I break it from between, which says I is equals to 2, I'm going to break this. Okay, and if I execute this piece of code, now we do not find end of for, because of the same reason, because loop is terminated not because of completing the list, it was terminated in between. Okay, so if a loop is terminated in between, we do not, or your computer do not shows else part, but if it iterates all the items in the list, then only it shows the else part. Hope you have grabs the important point and enjoyed this, how for else can be used to detect a proper termination of for loop. For this you need not to specify a flag variables, so you can क्या कह सकते हैं, what we can call it is you can save your a variable. Okay, so that's all for the day. Hope you have enjoyed it, and this is the time to give you a question. Now you have to simply write a simple for loop. If a user completely takes you have to ask a user to guess a number by using a random module or random function, and if user completely utilizes all his three attempts, then you have to specify sorry you have lost and you have utilized all your attempts by using for and else. Okay, so that's all for the day. Hope you have learned something, and this is time to say goodbye and have a nice day. Bye bye and see you.